If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Oh, we are smoking. We are smoking. Johnny Tabacco, this is a great guy. This is a great New Yorker. Look at this outfit. If you go to am970answer.com, if I may ask you, Mr. Tabacco, to stand, if you would. Which camera can we go to?
Are they going to play the anthem,
George,
Joe?
No, I'll sing it for you, baby. We'll go to the wide shot. Look at this guy. Yeah, we'll pop the wide shot if you can, guys. Look at the inside. Bulls and Bears inside. He's got like a bluish, purplish suit, pinstripe, impeccable, with the matching, the pocket square, the pink shirt, look, and the socks. Look at the socks. Look at you. Look.
You got to match the socks, Joe. If you don't have a sock game, you got no game.
All right, you can go now, Joe.
That's all we wanted to see.
Well, thank you for having me, Joe.
Beautiful, man. Custom tailor.
Thank you.
You're a guy. You know a guy.
I got a guy. I got a guy. Just like you got a guy, Joe.
Italian guy?
He's an Italian guy.
Yeah, Italian guy. Always good. Always
got
good.
my size, you know.
Yeah.
Put on a little weight, he lets him out.
Yeah,
Take a little weight off, he lets him in.
I need that guy.
Well, we'll get a guy.
Hey, so tell me about you're the CEO of the Token Team. Tell us about what you're doing, and tell us about this cryptocurrency, man. We don't understand any of it. I don't understand any of it.
So, you know, Joe, there's a lot going on with cryptocurrencies, and now there's this new concept of an initial coin offering. People calling them tokens, coins. It's really a new innovative way to harness technology, which is called the blockchain technology. It's where all these cryptocurrencies settle and their records are kept. At the Token Team, what we want to do is we want to help people, guide them through the process of doing it right. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about today was everybody's in on the crypto craze now. I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm buying this, I'm buying Ripple. A lot of people in mainstream America don't understand the full risks of this stuff.
Have no idea.
Everybody's jumping in like a craze.
Yeah.
And the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, just came out a couple of weeks ago with a warning saying there are companies operating, calling themselves exchanges, but they're not exchanges, okay? And they're companies that seem to be exchanging assets for currency, but they're not an exchange, and they don't offer you the same protections like a U.S. national exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. These are regulated, and these cryptocurrency exchanges are not regulated by U.S. regulators. So people got to be very careful.
Interesting.
Read the fine print. If they tell you you can put your money in, but you can't buy for 5 days, and you ask for your money to come out, and you can't get your money out for 3 days, you should probably take as much money as you can, as fast as you can, and get it out of there, because that's not a U.S. exchange.
What's happening with the Bitcoin thing? It's okay, it's great, and now it's not great. It goes day to day. Do you have people that would invest in that?
Well, there are a lot of people investing, Joe. There are a lot of institutions right now that are starting to look at it very closely and understand it. The more steps in the direction of a regulated exchange where people can be guaranteed federal securities law protection, I think we'll see more institutional ownership. But Bitcoin is not really the main event. It's this technology that underlies it called blockchain. That's where you can exchange assets in a peer-to-peer universe where you can cut out all these Wall Street middlemen that have been rent-seeking on our society for the last 100 years. Yeah. And people can, it's just like Uber, Joe. You know, you used to have to call some guy in the dispatch to call a car to tell him to come to your house. Uber made it peer-to-peer. You directly go right to the driver, and the driver comes to you. So you start cutting costs. That's what blockchain is doing for Wall Street. And I got to tell you, I've been hearing you talk about, and you're one of the stalwart supporters of Trump. I don't know why he's not coming back on with you. But I don't know why Al didn't change his own tire either, but that's a whole nother story. But
well, I paid for AAA, John.
You know what? All I could say to you is this, Joe.
He would have had to come to work. If
I've been coming on this station for years. Me and you were at the convention with the guys.
Man.
We've been talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
The economy right now is doing better than ever before under Donald Trump. Jobs are up. Taxes are down. Strong dollar, okay? And people are saying, well, now interest rates are going to go up. I've been saying for 4 years, if interest rates go up, that's good for small businesses because the banks can make a spread now, okay? And there's banks out there like BCB Bank in Bayonne And they're doing great things in an environment where rates are starting to come up because banks are willing now take a little more risk, lend to a small businessman, lend to somebody who wants to buy an investment property.
Yeah.
Under Obama, it was a Ponzi scheme. It was zero interest.
Look at that. Look at that.
So now banks can lend.
And the president reached out specifically to community banks. Remember that? He had them at the White House like that.
That's right. And community banks were the most affected because under all these TARP programs, it was basically lend the big banks money at zero, and then the big banks buy treasuries, U.S. treasuries, and get paid 2%. So that's a good one, Joe. If they had vowels at the end of their name, there would be a RICO case. You know what I'm saying? Borrow from the government at zero, then buy the government's debt, and they'll pay you 2%.
That's great.
Why would you lend to anyone?
Right, John.
Now, banks will lend.
John Tabacco, where can we find you, John, at Token Team? Where can we go online?
Well, I don't disclose my location every day, but you can go to thetokenteam.com. And you can reach out to Joe or Frankie Five Boroughs here anytime, and they'll track me down.
And we can know where your tailor is too.
Well, me and you will talk about that offline.
I love that, John. Thanks. Good to
Joe,
see you
thanks
again,
for
my
having
friend.
me.
Thanks for
You're
taking
the
the time to come in.
Always.
John Tabacco, right there.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.